I'm going to tell you one of the reasons that prompted me to go on my healing journey. I could not tell if how I was responding to people or situations, I couldn't tell if it was because of what was happening in the situation or if it was what had already happened to me in my life. And so sometimes I felt like my responses and my emotional reactions to things were kind of like an overreaction, and it didn't require as much as I was given in the moment. And then I would think about the same things over and over again in an attempt to try to problem solve it or critique myself and how I handle it or even how I prepare for conversations. And so as I, went through my schooling and education and tried to figure out like why this was happening, it became pretty evident. And it's because 90% of your behaviors are fueled by your subconscious mind, and only 10% of your behaviors and thoughts are fueled by your conscious mind. And so the conscious mind is like the thoughts that you think about, and the subconscious mind is the things that you don't think about but have to come to your remembrance by your environment or what you're going through. So I say this to you: just because you're sweeping it under the rug, or just because you are trying to ignore or don't want to deal with it, does not mean that it's not playing a major part in your life. In fact, it is, and it's having more control over your responses, how you deal with people, how you view people, how you view the world, than you actually realize. And so this is why being intentional about your healing is so important, because you want to be sure, like I needed to be sure, that how I was responding in the situation was because of what was happening in the moment and not because of something that I experienced or went through in the past.